Hello, in this video we're going to talk about Microsoft Access and what is Microsoft Access. So Microsoft Access is a relational database management system, or as they would abbreviate it, RDBMS, developed by Microsoft. It is a part of Microsoft Office suite for productivity software and provides user-friendly platform for creating, managing, and manipulating databases. Access is widely used in small and medium-sized businesses, educational institutions, and individual users. It's a tool used for organizing and analyzing data. There are some key features. Some of them are tables, queries, forms, reports, relationships, data validation, macros and VBA, security, and integration. Firstly, what is tables? Tables are the thing that we are going to do now by creating database and naming the file and clicking on create. Now, as we clicked on create, we will make a new table. A table is something that accesses and organizes data into tables, allowing it to store information in a structured and an efficient manner. And in this video, we'll make a database for a college. Okay, so how do we make a database for a college? We'll start firstly by using or making the students. What does the students have? An ID, a name, a telephone number, and a GPA, and maybe the grade the student is in. Okay, so let's try to do that. It will be so similar to the Excel, Microsoft Excel. The Excel has rows and columns. Here we have something called field for the column and record for the row. Now let's try to make a table. We will firstly provide it with the name of the student. Now let's manipulate this table and give the ID an auto number, the name text, and the telephone a text also. The age is a number. And the GPA is supposedly a number, but not any type of number, it's a double. A special type of numbers, which can accept floating numbers or decimal numbers. Okay, now let's add these data, like the telephone number, which was a text, not an integer, because it will be calculated and will delete the first zero. The age, which is given, and the grade of this student, or the GPA. We notice that the GPA here is written as a strict 4, which isn't a float. This is something we want to fix, of course. Okay, so we added more data, like given another record called Sammy with a telephone number, an age, and a GPA. Now let's change this grade, like say he's in second grade and this Sammy is in the first grade. Okay, so we want to change the GPA into a float. We will go to the settings of this table, or more like the design table, and we will go to the field size. The field size, we're going to change it from a long integer to a decimal or a double. Double is the decimal. So now we can change the values that we have into decimals. Now we will go back to our table, and now when we are back to the table after we saved, we will find that we can write flows like a GPA of 3.8 and another float of GPA 3.2. We added even more data, like someone called Rami and someone else, let's say another name, just add more till we fill the data or the table we have. We will be able to manipulate this prompt and prompt for new data afterwards, but for now we are gonna stay with that. So let's add a fifth row and let's make a department section. This department section has the sections or the specifications of these students, like computer engineering, electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, production engineering, whatever their department or specialization was. Okay, so with that we have finished this table. Okay, so let's save it by Control S and let's make a new table, and this table is gonna be for the teachers or the instructors. So these instructors has names, national numbers or IDs, and let's say salary. Okay, this salary is gonna be of a different data type. So the name would be of text, national ID would also be a text, but the income would be of the data type currency. This is something we are gonna select using right click and currency. So now we can add it and it will be in dollars. We can of course change that into lira, Egyptian pounds, whatever value we want to add or change it to, we are gonna do that. So let's save this table and go make another table. The other table we are going to do is the table for the departments. We had like 4 departments, so let's give them the attribute name and let's give it also number of students. And this is something we're gonna play with and manipulate over the datas of these different tables using a relationship. And this is something we're gonna know after some time. So let's name this table departments, and after we have named this table departments, let's add the names like mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, computer engineering, and let's add the number of students within these departments. Notice that the ID is auto numbering. This is something we are gonna call later the primary key, but for now let's stick with that. Now we want to make relations within these tables. Let's click on relations up there and we will be prompted to add the tables. Let's add the first table and the second table and the table of the departments too. Okay, now we are gonna do the relations within these tables. The first table has, like say the students have departments. We are gonna add the departments of the students to the table or entity, as they call now, of the departments. And the relation is gonna be unknown for now. It's supposed to be one to many. It is one department for many students, but for now we're not gonna change that. So now we knew how to make tables or entities and how to relate them. And we're gonna continue the introductory in the next video.